Okay. Feels right to have a woman follow President Obama, doesn't it? Good evening. I'm Cecily Strong. You may know me from Saturday Night Live or as the ethnically ambiguous girl from every college brochure. I'm sort of a mashup of all the people in Hillary Clinton's announcement video. I'm also the first straight woman to host this in 20 years, so we finally made it, straight people. Where my heterosexuals at, huh? No, you're lying. I know it. Now, I do need to say something here. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I'm gonna go easy on you people. I'm gonna go easy on you people because my brain is smaller. I feel very lucky to be here. Last year's host, Joel McHale, proves that speaking at this dinner is an amazing opportunity that can take you from starring in a show on NBC all the way to starring in that same show, but on Yahoo. I took Amtrak here. It was way more luxurious than I thought. Did you know that they have massage seats available on those trains? All you need to do is sit in front of Joe Biden. Like, those hands don't get tired, somehow. I hope everyone enjoyed dinner. We tried to get Memories Pizza to cater this event, but they heard a rumor Barney Frank might be here, so thanks a lot, Barney. We could have had that world-famous Indiana pizza. I can make that joke about Indiana because I'm from Illinois. The White House Correspondents' Dinner is a chance for all of you to unwind, relax, and laugh as soon as you notice someone slightly more powerful than you is laughing. Feels so weird to be up here. And okay, I promise, since I'm only a comedian, I'm not going to try to tell you politicians how to do politics or whatever. That's not my job. That'd be like you guys telling me what to do with my body. I mean, can you even imagine? Crazy. No. Now, tonight's event is being broadcast on C-SPAN, so to some viewers watching at home on C-SPAN, hello. But to most viewers watching at home on C-SPAN, meow. Now, if you don't know how to find C-SPAN, you just press the guide button on your remote and then hit page up until your thumb cramps up. Hey, C-SPAN, I just want to do a camera check real quick. Okay, camera 1. And that's it. That's all the cameras. So. It is great to be here at the Washington Hilton. It's something a prostitute might say to a congressman. The Washington Hilton, you guys. Man, if these walls could talk, they'd probably say, "Clean me." You know, it's crazy to think that our president is right here in the ballroom of a Washington Hilton. And it's even crazier to think that our vice president is right now in the ball pit of a Washington Chuck E. Cheese. But seriously, the Washington Hilton is great. And I bet that when the president walked in and saw all those bellhops, he thought, finally, some decent security. No, it's okay. I'm just kidding. No, because let's give it up for the Secret Service. Yeah. I don't want to be too hard on those guys, you know, because they're the only law enforcement agency in the country that will get in trouble if a black man gets shot. Are you saying boo or are you saying true? Tonight brings together so many different ways of delivering the news, but you're all in this together, from the networks at the front to the internet and cable in the back, all the way to the incredible print journalists who are bussing the tables. MSNBC is here. I love MSNBC. You know, even their call letters are long-winded. Just a great variety of shows. Rachel Maddow, Lock Up Abroad, Lock Up Raw, Lock Up SUV, Lock Up en Espanol, Lock Up Bloopers. MSNBC shows so many prison documentaries, they're making Ed Schultz get a teardrop tattoo. It's real. Fox News is here. Now, Fox News has been losing a lot of viewers lately, and may they rest in peace. That's nice to say. That channel is all hot blonde ladies and old dudes. You know, every show on Fox News looks like a party scene from Weekend at Bernie's. And you gotta give it up for CNN. You know, it's just comforting to know that whenever a big story breaks, I can turn to CNN and watch Anthony Bourdain eat a cricket. Huffington Post is here. Hey, way to go on that partnership with AOL. Everyone in my chat room won't stop talking about it. BuzzFeed is here, but I can show you a listicle of 17 reasons why they shouldn't be. And you guys, don't forget, USA Today is here. Of course, they're only here because they were slipped under the hotel door. Now that's USA Today, unless today is Saturday or Sunday. NPR is here. Yeah, they're right at the front. NPR had a lot of success with Sarah Koenig's Serial podcast, which finally answered the question, what would it be like if somebody gently whispered an episode of Dateline? And Sarah, I'm so sorry you weren't able to get your +1 out of jail in time. Sarah Koenig must be so pissed about the jinx. It's Serial, but with an ending. Hey, Sarah, next season, pick someone who definitely did it, like Amanda Knox. There's DNA on the knife, you guys. NBC is here. You know, even us at SNL got criticized this year for making fun of ISIS. Now, I think that's unfair. I mean, if anyone is guilty of taking ISIS too lightly, it's you know. Oh, and what can I say about Brian Williams? Nothing, because I work for NBC. Oh, there are so many stars from so many great shows here. We are really in a golden age of television, you know, but I have to say, I still see so many negative portrayals of black and gay people out there. I mean, it's 2015, and we still have TV characters like Don Lemon. It's ridiculous. The cast of ABC's Blackish is here, which I think is very inappropriate after the way they treated those whales at SeaWorld. Some of the cast of the epic fantasy series Game of Thrones is here, and they told me that even they have never seen this many nerds before. Naomi Campbell's here. Now, Naomi, you're lucky Hillary Clinton is not here, because if you threw your BlackBerry at her, she would just delete everything right off of it. Hillary Clinton said that she used her private email because she didn't want to use more than 2 devices. Now, if that sounds familiar, it's because it's also one of the rules from the sex contract in 50 Shades of Grey. Some of the cast of Downton Abbey is here, thanks to a generous donation from the constituents of Aaron Schock. Now, speaking of Aaron Schock, you might notice I'm a little tan. I just got back from the most fabulous trip that Aaron took me on, and I brought my Instagram photos to share with you. So you're probably familiar now with this picture of Schock surfing in Hawaii, but can we just widen out a little? Yeah, see, there's me. By the end, I didn't even need a surfboard. I just used Aaron's abs. Then we went diving into this cool swimming pool he had built. It hurt when I landed. Oh, and here's me and Aaron skydiving. Aaron said he made his own parachute out of some gifts his constituents gave him. Isn't that so sweet? Oh, and here we are at the Eiffel Tower in Paris. Paris is so beautiful. Mr. President, you should really think about going there sometime. I hear the weather's nice in January. Now here we are on our trip to California. We must have done this for hours and hours. Just so much wasted water. Fun. Here we are at Aaron Schock's own Dinosaur Island. And here we are after hunting the dinosaurs. Wait, who is that? Is that Brian Williams? You weren't there. What are you doing, you rascal? Come on. Oh, man. Aaron and I, we just had so much fun. And no, I know what you're thinking, but it was not romantic. It was strictly a friendship trip. He reminded me every day. That's for those couple of you. But just because Aaron Schock resigned doesn't mean that there are not any smoking hot congressmen left. I mean, looking out tonight, I see so many 10s. Well, Washington 10s, so New York 4s. Indiana 30s. Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid is retiring after serving more than 30 years in Congress. Now, a lot of people don't know this. Harry Reid was a boxer before he spent 5 terms as a punching bag. Now, one of my favorite things that happened in Congress this year was when Senator Jim Inhofe brought in a snowball to prove that climate change isn't real. I mean, that blew my mind. I didn't even need to see the other science projects. First prize, Jim. Dang, you brought science to life, man. So cool. Senator Tom Cotton got 47 other senators to sign an open letter he wrote to Iran. And I guess the most surprising thing is that a guy named Tom Cotton is a U.S. senator and not a rabbit from an old racist Disney cartoon. Oh, please, Brer Bear, don't throw old Tom Cotton in the briar patch. Good accent. Now, in Tom Cotton's defense, he was just trying to repair America's strained relationship with Israel. But you know what? He doesn't need to worry about that. Our relationship will be better in the next administration, just as soon as Israel makes a generous donation to the Clinton Foundation. True or true? Now, it's been a great year for women, as always. This year, a representative from Hobby Lobby said they didn't want to pay for employees' health care if it covered things like contraceptives, which is weird because all I asked him was, what aisle is the yarn in? Actually, though, I do love Hobby Lobby. I went there this morning, and I just bought the cutest little wicker basket to hold all my morning after pills. Idaho Representative Vito Barbieri recently asked if gynecological exams could be conducted by a woman swallowing a camera, but they can't. And now Vito and his wife have ruined a perfectly good GoPro. President Obama came out in support for putting women on money as opposed to the DEA agents who prefer to put money on women. So much to talk about this year, but of course, the big story, the Republicans finally succeeded, and Obama is being forced out of office in 18 months. You did it. And there are so many great people who've already announced they're running for president. It's like, who should I even vote for, Hillary? There's Marco Rubio. It's like, who's better than Marco Rubio, Hillary? And there's Rand Paul. I mean, who's more knowledgeable about foreign policy than Rand Paul, Hillary? And of course, there's Hillary. I mean, who's better on the economy than Hillary? Bill? Hillary's campaign slogan is, "It's your time," which I assume is what she says into a mirror while she's deadlifting 200 pounds. I'm excited about Hillary running, though I'm not sure she's excited about having to run. I think she feels the same way Meryl Streep feels when she's asked to audition for something. Are you kidding me? You making me go through this? I mean, you know I'm gonna win. Ugh. All right, guys, now, This next part is a repeat after me, so I need your help here. I want all the media to put their hands up and swear something this election season, okay? I solemnly swear not to talk about Hillary's appearance, because that is not journalism. Also, Cecily Strong looks great tonight. Now, I don't want you to take any of this as an endorsement for Hillary Clinton, because I would never blindly endorse a candidate I don't play on SNL. But Hillary Clinton has her work cut out for her. Her Democratic challengers are a who's who of who's that. Jim Webb, Lincoln Chafee, Silas Phelps, Peter Wilkes. Now, those last two were characters from The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. But you didn't even notice, did you? How about that? And let's not forget Martin O'Malley. Oh, I don't have anything to add. That's just his actual campaign slogan. Let's not forget Martin O'Malley. Lincoln Chafee's considering entering the race. Lincoln Chafee thinking he can be president is like watching a dog look for its dead owner. Like, oh, he doesn't know. A lot of people want Elizabeth Warren to run for president, but many think she's too idealistic and her proposed policies are too liberal. But look at President Obama. I mean, people thought the same thing about him. He didn't end up doing any of that stuff. Now, the Republican field is ideologically diverse, including people like Ted Cruz, who's a Tea Partier, and Rand Paul, who's a libertarian, and even people like Chris Christie, who's a Democrat. Jeb Bush is probably in the race, the presidential race, not the Hispanic race. That was just an accident. By the way, Jeb is actually an acronym for John Ellis Bush. I guess he thought that sounded too elitist, so he way overcompensated. It's kind of like if Benedict Cumberbatch decided to go by Skeeter. Marco Rubio is running for president. When Jeb Bush found out, he said, "Ay, Dios mío." Marco Rubio makes Mitt Romney seem relaxed on the air. I just hope Marco gets comfortable in front of a camera before he has to go on TV to endorse Jeb. That one. Chris Christie has said that if he's elected president, he would crack down on states who have legalized marijuana because he believes marijuana is a gateway drug. So, like a bridge to other drugs? And he wants to shut down that bridge? Oh, no, I'm just checking. New poll shows that Chris Christie's approval ratings in New Jersey are at an all-time low. In fact, the only thing New Jerseyans approve of less is, quote, that Dominican guy would stay in your sister. Ted Cruz. It's like the right wing thought, what's the exact opposite of a black president? How about a Canadian Latino who'll never be president? No, it's true. He was born in Canada, a child of Cuban immigrants. I kind of can't believe he wasn't in Hillary's announcement video. Carly Fiorina is considering running for president. Seems like a lot of work just to be a Fox News pundit. Rand Paul has announced that he's taking over the family's not being president business. And yes, that's Rand, as in he didn't get elected, but at least he ran. Now, Paul's a libertarian, which, if you're unfamiliar, a libertarian is just a Republican that you have to block on Twitter. Rand Paul's campaign slogan is, "Defeat the Washington machine, unleash the American dream." The American dream, of course, is the model name of Rand Paul's wig. Well, enough talk about 2016. Let's talk about the most important person in the room, my leader, the person I'm so glad is in the White House, Michelle Obama. Now, Michelle, you take care of that garden while you can, because in 18 months, you know Bill's turning that thing into an above-ground pool. But seriously, Michelle Obama, what an amazing woman. A Harvard-educated lawyer, a fierce advocate for LGBT rights, and the founder of the Let's Move campaign to combat childhood obesity. It is a dream to sit next to you, but it's a nightmare to eat next to you. Actually, I have a confession. You know when I got up to go to the bathroom for like 20 minutes? I hid a cheese pizza behind the toilet in there, and I ate it. I'm sorry. And of course, Mr. President, thank you so much for taking time away from being on Jimmy Kimmel to be here. It's amazing to be seated with the president having this fancy dinner, and I know this must have cost a ton of food stamps, so thank you. I can say that, because a lot of you probably don't know this, but President Obama and I actually grew up together in Chicago. I remember when we used to go down to the Cabrini Green basketball courts. I'd lace up a pair of Jordans, he'd slip on a pair of my mom's jeans, and we would just miss three-pointers until sundown, when of course we'd have to stop and pray to Mecca. But those were simpler times. Now you got problems with Congress, with Putin, with Israel. You said it yourself. We can't solve these problems by holding hands and singing Kumbaya. Kumbaya, of course, is the village in Africa where the president was born. Am I saying that right? Kumbaya? Is it? Thank you. After 6 years in office, your approval rating is at 48%. Not only that, your gray hair is at 85%. Your hair is so white now, it can talk back to the police. We'll high-five about that later. President Obama, I bet you wish you were coming into office in 2016 instead of 2008. Probably should have let Hillary fix the economy for the last 8 years. Then it could be you running away from her successful presidency. Mr. President, you probably get this a lot, but you're a lot like Madonna. You've both given this country so much, but in like a year and a half, you gotta stop. Mr. President, it was a true honor to be here tonight, and thank you to the White House Correspondents Association, whatever that is. But I have to finish up because the exterminators need to get into this room. I've got a bathroom pizza to finish. So thank you so much, and good night.